Hey guys, welcome back to Film Cafe. Today I'm going to recap a 2003 romance drama movie, Name the Dreamers. So let's begin. At the beginning of the movie, we can see a boy named Matthew. He is American and has come to Paris to learn French. The time of 1968 has shown in the movie. When riots were going on between the French government and the students, one day some students were protesting. Then Matthew meets Isabelle for the first time. Isabelle says, "I have seen you here before. You roam alone and do not talk to anyone." Then Matthew says, "I have come from America. I don't know anyone here, and I don't have any friends either." Isabelle introduces her brother Theo to Matthew. Isabelle and Theo are twins. Those three people like movies very much. That's why friendship happens in these people. In the meantime, the police arrived, so everyone starts running from there. While returning home, these three talk more. Matthew was very happy because he finally got two friends. Isabelle and Theo share their food with Matthew. Due to this, their bonding increases even more. After reaching the hotel, Matthew has written a letter to his, also telling them about Isabelle and Theo. Now Theo's call comes the next morning. He invites her for dinner at his house. Matthew is surprised to see their house. Matthew meets his mom. She is very happy to meet him. Then Isabelle goes to introduce him to her dad. Her dad is a famous French author at the dinner table. His dad was giving a speech on literature poetry. Then Inspire. Matthew was not paying attention to it because he was playing with Isabelle's lighter. That's why Theo's dad gets angry at Matthew, but Matthew is smart too. He says, "Have you ever noticed the tablecloth is matching perfectly with this lighter? Its shape matches with the rest of the accessories in this room in a particular way?" He says, sorry to Isabelle's dad and says, "I think there is a similarity in everything in this world, which I realized today. I was thinking the same thing till." His dad is very impressed by all these things. He finds the Matthew very interesting. He says that, "I wish Theo was like this too." Actually, there is tension between Theo and his dad. Theo has completely entered politics. He wants freedom, so he supports rally and riots. His father is calm, he likes peace. At the dinner table, there is an argument between the father and the Theo's mother handles the matter next morning. Both are going to go out for some work for a few days, so he leaves the check for Theo and Isabelle. Both of them ask Matthew to stay at their house for the night. Theo shows him his room at midnight. Matthew goes to the washroom. Then while returning to the room, he sees the door of Theo's room open. There Theo and Isabelle slept together. Both of them were. It feels strange to see the siblings in this condition. Then comes to his room and sleeps in the morning. Theo's dad goes away there. Isabelle wakes up Matthew. Matthew is ashamed to see him because she was just in underwear. Isabelle tricks him into telling him to get up from the bed early. Then while he was brushing, Isabelle starts touching his lips. His lips were very red. That's why Isabelle was very fond of. She goes to apply lipstick to him. Seeing this, Matthew quickly leaves. But Theo stops him and takes off his clothes in front of everyone and starts bathing, which Matthew finds very awkward. Theo says that our parents will not come for 1 month, so you stay with us. Matthew says that you have met me only 2 days ago. Do not even know me properly. Theo says on this, "I am asking you to stay with us only to get to know you properly." Then Matthew asks, "Isabelle, don't you have any problem?" Isabelle says, "This idea was mine." Matthew starts living with them from now. There was an argument between him and Theo about Charlie Chaplin. Then Isabelle calms them down and shows them in acting. This game is often played by Theo and Isabelle, in which by acting a scene of an old movie, he has to tell the name of that movie to the front. If the person in front is not able to answer, then he has to dare. Isabelle did the scene act of this movie. That movie was very old. But then Matthew tells the name of the movie, due to which both of them are very impressed and say, "For so long, both of us, were looking for a friend like you with whom we have to dare." Actually, both of them want to execute a scene from an old movie in real life. It is a fantasy that 3 friends were racing in an art gallery. All 3 will do the same thing and break their records. Matthew refuses because if he is caught, then he will be deported and later agrees. Then all 3 race and also breaks the old record. It was raining while returning home. All 3 were drenched. Theo calls him to his room and gives him some clothes to wear and starts changing the dress in front of him. Then when he goes to get a drink, some photographs are found from his cupboard. He takes Isabelle's photo from it side her underwear. Theo comes back with a drink. At this time, Isabelle comes and starts playing the same game. She shows it by doing a scene but if Theo is not able to tell the name of that movie, then she has to dare. Isabelle asks him to masturbate in front of everyone after seeing a photo. Theo works without protesting. On that day, Theo and Matthew go to a ward on the other. Matthew says that I also have 2 elder sisters. Those people never ask me to masturbate in front of them. I have seen both of you sleeping together on the bed, that 2 naked after all. What is going on between you two? Then says Theo, we are both twins. They were linked together at the time of birth. We both have different bodies, and in mind we are one and cannot live without each other. Then Theo shows them both by doing an act, but both of them could not tell the name of. So Theo also dares them that they have to get intimate in front of Theo. Isabel agrees and starts taking off clothes in front of both, but Matthew refuses. But when Isabel forces him, he also agrees. Isabel's photo is found from inside her underwear, seeing that both of them laugh a lot. Both of them are intimate in front of Theo, and Theo starts cooking at this time. We also see that Isabel is still virgin. That's mean Theo and Isabel just sleeps together. Other than that, they do. Matthew asks Isabel, if your parents ever came to know about you and Theo, what would you do? Then, says Isabel, this will never happen, and if it happens by chance, then I will commit suicide. That mean Isabel doesn't want parents to know about her, and Theo's society will never accept seeing siblings in this condition. And both of them love their parents very much, so they do not want to. Society made fun of him. Matthew goes to the kitchen to have something to eat. Theo comes and lies down beside Isabel. Then Matthew calls Theo because he too has started considering himself as a part of Isabel and Theo, but Theo clears it up that he and Isabel are one. No one can come between them. Matthew is just a good friend and will always be friends. Nothing more than this. After a few days, all his money is exhausted, which his father had given him. Isabel cooks some food with what was left at home, but it was so wasteful. No one can eat this. Theo goes and brings something from the dust bin from which a banana comes out. All 3 share that one banana and eat it. These people do small jobs to run the expenses. One day these people were taking a bath together. Then there is a debate between Theo and Americans are also war on Vietnam, killing humans and small children. They are burning their fields. Theo doesn't like all this, so he blames all Americans. Matthew says that our president forces us to go to war. If you do not go, you are sent to jail. All my friends have gone to war. I am lucky that I could escape from America and I got admission in this university. Matthew doesn't believe on violence. He thinks the same thing can be systematically protested peacefully. Isabel stops there and asks Matthew, you say you love us both. Can you give any proof of this? Matthew says, what proof do you want? Then these two together start cutting the pubic hair of Matthew. Matthew gets angry now. He doesn't let you bite. He says that both of you are now grown from the body. The mind is still like a child. You both sleep together, bath together, just like children do. This is a game for both. But both of you will never be able to mature like this. He asks, Isabel, have you ever gone on a date with any boy? She says, no. She has never gone out with any other boy other than Theo. Matthew invites her on a date too. They both go for dinner, watch a night show movie with dinner. Coming back home, he finds that Theo is with a girl in his room. The two get intimate and Isabel gets upset hearing his. She feels jealous and asks Matthew to leave her room the next day. Again, Theo and Matthew were having an argument. Theo was giving a speech on revolution, then says, Matthew, you just talk. You never go and protest yourself. Nothing beats talking about such big things. You have to go on the road. Everyone has to go out and take part in the revolution. When Isabel comes and takes them to the drawing room, he used to make such tents when he was young and slept inside it. All 3 of them sleep inside this tent in the morning. His parents come. He becomes fond of seeing all 3 of them naked inside the tent. Do not pick them up, writes a check for them and leaves it on the table. When Isabel wakes up, then she gets the check. She understands his mom and dad had come and she has come to know that she will not be able to face her parents again. She decides that she will commit suicide and then leaks the gas and lies back to him. But at this time, there is a revolution going on. A stone comes out of it and the window breaks, and Matthew gets up. Matthew asks, whose smell it is? Isabel says that it is gas. Then all 3 join the revolution. Now he also started throwing stones at the police. Some of these people were planning to throw bombs at the police. Theo goes along with them. Matthew tries to stop him, but Theo does not listen. Isabel also goes, but Matthew can't take part in all this, so he runs away on that day. The police stick charge on the crowd and the movie ends here. I hope you enjoyed the video. So click any video of 3 of them and enjoy. Next, please don't forget to subscribe our channel and please like the video and tell us in the comment how you liked the video. I see you soon.